usually very quiet, has something he wants to say. Here he is, Paul Wessel.
Hi, everyone. I'm a retired police officer, a conservative Christian who's very, very concerned about the direction our country is going right now. There is something sinister and satanic and dark enveloping our culture. And if we don't speak up, then we have no one to blame but ourselves when evil prevails. So I pinned something, I just couldn't stay silent, so I pinned something that I wanted to get printed in an editorial. It probably will not because of the bias that exists in mainstream media today. But I pinned it anyway, and I wanted to just read it. We have descended into moral madness, a complete detachment from reality. There's no other way to describe the inversion of values that has taken place in our country. Behaviors that were until recently considered shameful, deviant, and sinful are now being promoted as normal and even healthy. Our president hosting a one-on-one meeting with a young man dressed as a woman and affirming that behavior, moral madness. A drag queen performing at a bill signing ceremony celebrating the Disrespect for Marriage Act, moral madness. Family-friendly drag queen shows with men dressed as women performing provocatively in front of children in order to normalize that behavior in their young minds, moral madness. Biological males competing against women in sporting events and being given access to women's restrooms and locker rooms to violate the privacy and security of our mothers, wives, daughters, and sisters with the exposure of their male anatomy, moral madness. 63 million children with their own DNA and a beating heart, unable to ever take their first breath in the name of reproductive rights and choice. That's beyond moral madness. It's an abomination. I understand that to speak against these behaviors and say the emperor has no clothes is to be labeled as intolerant and a hater. There's no hate here, only love and a concern for the future of our country. Full disclosure, I'm a Christian redeemed by the blood of Jesus Christ. I've tasted sin, and its aftertaste is always bitter. There's nothing sweeter than the presence of Jesus, his love, grace, and righteousness in our lives. To continue on our current path is unthinkable. What we are doing now is a distortion of God's original creation. When we attempt to define our own truth, it always leads to destruction. Jesus tells us in John 14:6, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father but by me. God tells us in Proverbs 14:34, righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. My prayer is that we will turn to him and live. Thank you.